Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dylan, and welcome to Dylan the Truth Podcast. If you guys are new to this channel, I'd like for you guys to subscribe to it and also hit that like button. Deeply appreciated. Now, there was a Blockbuster trade that happened earlier today involving Toronto Raptors and the New York Knicks. OG Anunoby got traded to the New York Knicks alongside with Precious Achulia and Malachi Flynn, and the Raptors got in return R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, and a second round pick from the Detroit Pistons. How do I feel about this trade? I actually feel good about this trade. I actually like it for both teams. I'll start with the Raptors. As far as like R.J. Barrett, R.J. Barrett is a guy that seems more aggressive. He more looks to score. He might put up a lot of shots and might not make too many of them, but he's not afraid to put up the shots. He does love to go left because he's left-handed. He rarely goes right. He will always bring it back to the left to score. He's more of a slasher type of player. Emmanuel Quickly, he's instant offense. He comes in, he lights it up. He could give you like 20, 25 points any given night. He's pretty quick to get to the basket. It's a pretty good pickup for the Raptors, and I feel like he will more flourish in this system because I felt like when Quickly was on New York Knicks, he had to play backup to Bronson, and I'm pretty sure he wants to be a starter, and this is his best chance to be a starter. I would keep Dennis Schroeder coming off the bench. Dennis Schroeder is used to coming off the bench, and he flourished off of that. The days where he was with Atlanta Hawks, the OKC Thunder, and the Lakers, and also he briefly was with Boston. But he really flourished coming off the bench, and he's a veteran. I feel like with Quickly, because he has that scoring mentality, which the Raptors desperately need. I felt like a lot of the times their offense felt a little too stagnant. Sometimes Scotty would have the ball and he would try to do something, or Siakam would try to do something one on one. That's not their strength. The Raptors' strength is playing a team game where they run a motion offense, and that's where they really flourish. It's kind of like they're like a one of those teams where they flourish off of the defense and then they push it on a fast break. Half court set is where they have an issue, so I feel like Quickly could help them in that department um, since they acquired him. Now, as far as with the Knicks, Knicks got OG Anunoby. I think he more flourish on the Knicks than he will with the Raptors. Simply this, because he's going to play alongside with Bronson and Julius Randle. So the pressure is going to be off of OG Anunoby. So Anunoby could more be free, where he could spot up in the corner and look for his corner threes, or maybe, get down on the block and maybe post up, certain players depending on what the matchup is. But there's not too much pressure on him. Whereas when he was on Toronto, a lot of people put pressure on him. He was supposed to be that guy, the two-way player that we were looking for, and obviously he didn't show up in that department. So him being a New York Knicks, I feel like it could really help him, and he can more play his game. He doesn't have to be the guy to be the one to take all the shots and try to be one of the guys to lead the troops. I feel this is a perfect situation for him. As far as Precious and Flynn, I feel they're there more so for insurance purposes for the New York Knicks, just in case like one of their players, a big or a guard, goes down. They kind of just fill the void. I don't think they're gonna be in the heavy rotation for the New York Knicks. That's just what I believe. Um, they might play garbage time, depending if it's a blowout or whatnot. That's the only effect I see with those two players. But as far as OG is going to have a big responsibility going to New York. Now, New York fans are really tough. Hopefully he could handle the heat, just in case, like, he's gonna go through a slump, and the Knicks fans will attack you. So he's gonna have to be prepared for that. Um, does this move the needle for the Raptors? A little bit, but they still need to make a couple more moves. I feel Siakam is the next man up, meaning he's gonna get traded. We just don't know when. I think Masai Ujiri is looking for a deal for him, and once he gets that perfect deal, he's gonna pull the trigger on it, no hesitation. We all know what he did with the DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. Sorry, DeRozan and the Kawhi Leonard trade. You know how that turned out, and then we end up winning a championship after that. So in Messiah we trust. I'm not gonna doubt his moves. He has never proven to be a guy that makes bad moves. If you look at what he did in Denver before he got to Toronto, he made a lot of good moves. So I'm not gonna doubt him now. But this was a really good trade. Hopefully this could really help the Raptors get to where they need to be. Currently they're in 12th. They got to move up a little bit to at least get into the play-in, and who knows where it could head from there. But anyway, I will leave it there. I would like to thank everybody who tuned into this video. Till next time, peace.